Have you been thinking about moving into the Lexington area, but you're not real sure which neighborhood or which school district is the best for you? Well, stick with us today. We are going to be taking a look at the area in Lexington that's considered South Lexington, or just a portion of it, the 40515 zip code. We're going to be looking at the schools there, what restaurants are there. We're going to take a look at 3 different houses in that neighborhood or in that zip code. We're going to take a look at all the pros and cons that we can think of to help you have the best idea of the neighborhood that you might want to live in. So stick with us. We're going to get to it right now. Now, here we are, we've jumped into my computer and we're going to take a look at the 40515 zip code, and we're going to look at a few things before we actually look at some houses. So I just wanted to show you this area here highlighted in white, as you can see on my map. This is the area that we're going to talk about today. And when you can see it in relation to New Circle Road up here, you see my circle here, Lexington in the middle. We've looked at this Beaumont area, which is right in here. We've looked inside New Circle Road over in this area in the Southland and Cardinal Valley section. We've looked at houses up here in the north in the Masterson Station area, so in this section here. But today we're going south and we're going to take a look at this South Lexington. Now, as you can see, the 40515 zip code does extend quite a ways out of Lexington, and we're going to kind of keep our focus up here closer to the Man of War area. The first thing I wanted to show you today is one of the parks here that everybody loves to go to, Veterans Park. We're going to take a look at some of the photos that we have here. There is a Gold Star monument here at the park. I just wanted to click through here real quick and just show you. Here is this monument. The Gold Star mothers, fathers, and relatives. You have this cutout of a soldier, a beautiful black granite tribute for Gold Star families. It is a beautiful monument. They also have this exact monument over at the Capitol in Frankfort. So you can drive over there, if you're closer to that area and you'd love to see it. There's a Blue Star Memorial. We've got one of the tanks there. Lots and lots of walking trails here at Veterans Park. They've got baseball fields, lots of things right here inside. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit so you can see. It's very close to 2 of the houses that we're going to look at today. So you can see this Veterans Park right here, lots of walking trails. And the next thing we're going to take a look at is I wanted to show you the school right here, Tates Creek High School, in this zip code. Now, one of the houses that we're going to look at actually has a different school system, but most neighborhoods in this zip code are Tates Creek High School. I want to kind of give you a look at just the full campus. Let me see if I can get you. Here we go. Now, if we go over here to our school finder, we want to look at schools in the Lexington area. I want to look at, see if we can find. Now, here we are in niche.com, and they have rated Tates Creek High School an overall grade of B. They've given academics a B-, teachers a B, clubs and activities a C+, diversity an A, college prep a B. So be sure when you're thinking about what school you would like for your child to go to or what you're looking at, check out niche.com. They have high schools, they have colleges, they have private schools if that's something that you're interested in. So be sure to do your own due diligence and check that out. Now, getting back over here to our map, I just wanted to show you in relation to the houses that we're going to look at today in this area. You can see this is where high school is. Now, the elementary school, while I was out recording today, I actually went by the school, the elementary school, and they were letting out of school today. So it was very busy. Lots of parents there picking up their kids. And there's a picture of the school, a really nice elementary school in a nice area of Lexington. Now, getting back over here to our map, something else I wanted to show you Let's take a look at this golf course. It's just outside of our area. It's lakeside. Now, this is really close to Jacobson Park, which Jacobson Park is just outside of our zip code that we're going to look at. We have looked at this lake before. This is a lake, lots of people go over here to Jacobson for the paddle boats, fishing, just spend time by the water. It is a really nice park. And so this golf course is right here on this lake. I wonder if any golf balls have landed in the lake. So if you're a golf enthusiast, this might be something that would be interesting to you. You might want to look at properties closer to a golf course. So reach out to us, send us a text, send us an email. We'd be happy to help you find a house that's close to whatever it is that you're looking for. Before we look at some of these really nice restaurants, I wanted to show you this house right here. Let's see if we can get a close-up look of it. Now, this house, when I was there today looking at it, actually this house is listed at $385,000, and this picture just doesn't do it justice. So let's see if we can turn so you can see up the street a little bit. You can get an idea of the houses across the street. Of course, this picture was taken in probably late fall. Looks like things have kind of died down a little bit, all the plants. But it's a really nice street to live on, very close to Hamburg. Let me get you over here so you can get a look at what it's close to. Now you can see how close it is to Jacobson Park and Jacobson Park Lake. Really, really close here to Man of War. You can get up here to Man of War and you're at all these places that we've talked about, and check out this video here that we just did on houses in the Hamburg area. You can see how close it is up here to Hamburg. Let's go back down. Now this one is actually I wanted to show it to you in this view. You can really see that it's just in the edge of what's considered, really the city, because outside this area is lots of farmland, as you can tell. On the other side of the lake, we've got most of these tracts are larger pieces of property. So it's really, really close to farmland, if this is the area that you're considering. So now we're going to jump in and take a look at it, take a tour on the inside. Now we're inside, we're going to take a look around. You're not going to believe just how spacious this house is. It's about 2,444 square feet and it's priced really well at $385,000. Now the same owners have lived here for over 20 years and now they have moved out, and there's so many updates that have been done, but there's things here you can do to make this your own. So I'm going to turn you around and give you a quick tour, let you see what's here. Now, what do you think about this space? About 2,444 square feet. This house is in our 40515 zip code that we're looking at in this week's video, but I just want to give you a quick spin around. You can see all the space here. Really nice. It does have some quirks, but just a really nice house. Not your cookie cutter house that you see in all the new subdivisions and neighborhoods maybe, but this is on a really nice sized lot, very well taken care of. Priced at a place where you could get in here and kind of do your own thing, put your spin on it. I'd love to hear in the comments, what do you think you could do to turn this into just a beautiful family-friendly home? Leave it in the comments. Here we are in the entryway. Now we've got this sunken living room. Check out that railing over there going into the dining room. I want to show you though this room back here. Real hardwood floors, wood burning fireplace. It's got the grass cloth paper, crown molding. Just a beautiful space back here. Let's check out this. Here's your laundry area with your furnace, your water heater. It's got paneled molding on the bottom, little place for your dining table. Just an eat-in table here. Now this is the kitchen. Looks like it's a cream color cabinets. You've got your granite. Not sure they're soft clothes, but Looks like the windows have all been replaced. It's very bright. There's lots of lights in here. So you've got your built-in fridge here. Now what do you think about this dishwasher raised up? So many people talk about how low the dishwasher is. It's a pretty good idea. Let me scoot back so you can kind of see how high it is off the floor. Leave us a comment. What do you think about this kitchen? Is this a home in this price range that you think you could really do something with? There are lots of formal details that maybe you wouldn't be interested in, as far as the railing there and maybe the light, but at this price point, at $385, you know, could you invest a little bit of money and make this your own? Now look at this room out here. Maybe this was a, I don't know, a craft room, you know, a homeschool room. Look how large this space is, all tile. We're going to take a quick look outside because it's just, whoever lived here did such a good job with flowers, and it's just so nicely landscaped. There's a covered porch there, and we'll check that out on the other side. Now we're gonna step up again, and I'm gonna take you into this really nice primary area here. Look at that nice tiled shower. You know, it's got the fold down seat. You can see that takes you back out. Big closet here. Lots of cabinetry here in the bathroom. Big vanity. Then we step into what they probably have as the primary bedroom here. And this is that covered porch that I was showing you. It's got the seating. Really nice on a rainy kind of day like today. I don't know what this is. It's very interesting, but it is a very large space. Now we come back out in this hallway here, and we're back out to our main area. So let's see this bedroom at the end of the hallway real quick. Now what do you think about that? All these built-ins. I guess they've used this maybe as an office, library. What do you think? Now these are real parquet wood floors, and they run all the way through the hallway. So we're gonna head down this way. Now this is that primary bedroom where we just were. We've got another bedroom. Now this carpet probably does need to be replaced. Neutral paint, crown molding. Then we have our second full bathroom. See if I can get a good look here so you can get an idea of the vanity. It's really nice. It's got the tile floors in here, tile around the tub. Looks like new faucets. Then we're back here to our front door. Now that we've seen what the inside looks like, I wanted to show you a few pictures because it was raining when we were there. I just wanted to show you a few of the outdoor pictures because it's so well landscaped here. It's just a stunning property. Let's get it open here so you can take a look. So many plants and trees. This home has been very well taken care of. You know, it had some quirks on the inside. You know, what do you think about that? Is this a property that you'd be interested in? This 40515 zip code under 400,000, as it is priced at $385. Now this property is 2,444 square feet, as we stated just a bit ago. It does need some updating. What kind of things would you do? Leave it in the comments and let us know what you think would really make this a stunning ranch style home. Now we're going to jump back over here to my map. We're going to take a look at our next property, which is, as you can see, just traveling traveling on around a man of war, we come down here to this property. Now I wanted to show it to you on the outside. These are much larger homes. I want to show you down the street here. It was just a really nice small neighborhood right off of Tate's Creek. So Tate's Creek will take you straight into downtown Lexington, right into UK, you know, if you stay right on Tate's Creek Road. So that is the street view of this property. Now I'll show you some of these outside pictures and then we'll jump in and look at the inside. Now again, this was taken before the leaves were. Really nice detailing there on the brick. And here's the floor plan. Now this house is quite a bit bigger at 3,571 square feet, and it's priced at $530,000. It also has an HOA, a yearly HOA, to maintain the neighborhood and, you know, the front entrance at $450 per year. So if you are an anti-HOA person, this one may not be for you, but $450 a year is not crazy over the top. I wanted to show you pictures of the back. Look at the backyard here. It's a nice size, not too big, but it is completely fenced in. So let's take a look real quick at the inside. Now, what do you think about our home tour of this house today? If you like this type of content, be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about all the market changes here in the Lexington area. Now, here we are on the inside. We're going to take a tour around this place. What do you think? We'll let you see what it looks like. Hang on. Now, this house is significantly larger than the last one we saw. Beautiful hardwood floors. Now these have the light color hardwood floors. Right here in the entryway is the dining room. Then we have this very large great room. There's carpet in this room. This is a pretty standard hardwood floor. You could definitely run this all the way through and that would really make the space seem larger. Really large windows, very tall ceilings. But before we go that direction, we're gonna walk this way. So here we are in the kitchen. We've got our black granite countertops. Get over here so you can get a better look at the full space. Looks like some basic oak cabinets, but you could add more cabinets if you wanted to. It's got a glass backsplash. Tall ceilings in here. Now I want to show you this little ceiling feature here, right over where your table would be. Here's the outside patio. It's a little rainy out today, so I'm not going to go all the way out there, but just to give you a look outside, it is fully fenced. A small backyard, but you could have a small garden. Now we're going to head into this massive family room here. Electrical outlets in the floor. Here's the beautiful staircase, and we'll take a trip up there in just a minute. Let's search out the primary. I want to give you a full view of this dining room. Isn't that beautiful? Really nice. High ceilings in here. Makes it feel even bigger than it is. If you like this blue paint, leave us a comment below and let us know what you think about the paint. I love the crown molding. It's beautiful. This has the soaker tub, the really nice tile floors. Let's see. Now you've got this double vanity, the tall vanity. This is the closet. Really large closet with drawers and storage. I have a really nice walk-in shower and toilet. It's got a nice bench. What do you think about this slipper tub? I'm gonna head upstairs. Let's see what we can find. Now it is all carpeted up here. Now this is our first bedroom. A bluish color with, looks like a walk-in closet. Nice size for a kid's bedroom. Kind of got this little area here that you could have for a desk or maybe a small office space. This room's got a walk-in closet And then this room, it's really good size. Double windows, tall ceilings. This would be our upstairs bath. Got double sink, toilet there, and around here to the tub. So your tub and your toilet are kind of separate. So you still have your sink. You know, some kids need to be at the sink and some are in the tub. Definitely got room for that. All right, now we're back out here into our hallway. Take a look at that. Now here would be the third bedroom up here. This is a really good size, and they've got like a laminate flooring in here. Another nice walk-in closet. This paint color is a little different. It's a blue gray. You definitely have room for king-size bed in here if you wanted. It's really large. Double windows. Now back over here to my map, I just wanted to show you again exactly where that property is on our map in relationship to Tate's Creek. Let's see if we can zoom in just a little bit here. You can see that this road here is Tate's Creek Road, and it will take you straight in. You're going to cross Man o' War here, stay on it. You're going to cross New Circle Road, and this is going to take you straight into the downtown area. So you can see that traveling right here on Tate's Creek will take you, and it actually turns into High Street, which takes you right downtown. Let's take another quick look at our circle, and you can kind of get an idea, because we always try to go back to where is this in relation to New Circle Road, because although Man o' War does go most of the way around, it is not the fastest mode of travel in Lexington because of all the stoplights. It is more scenic, but it's very slow, and especially, from 3:30 to about 6 o'clock, you do not want to be on Man o' War, especially in this area, because there are so many stoplights on it. Also, traveling Tate's Creek is very treacherous to travel during that rush hour traffic. People coming in and out of downtown. It is congested. Now I want to take a quick look. Let's see if we can look at our last house. Now we did not do an inside tour of this last house, but you can see it right here. I'm going to give you just a quick overview. It's a brick house, very nice property. We're going to jump in here on my computer and take a look, but I wanted you to see what the neighborhood actually, looks like. Nice street signs here, very much an upscale property. Let's see. Now let's go over here and take a look at it on my MLS. Now we'll actually look at this one since we didn't have a chance to go inside today. All hardwood floors. What do you think about that wallpaper? Let's go back. If you love Paris, that would be your place. What do you think about that color? The kitchen looks like they've got a movable island there. You could change it out by maybe painting the cabinets if you didn't like that maple look. Looks like there's a wall of mirrors there. So there are some things that you could do to update this very, very traditional style home to make it what you want, but the size is very large. We're not going to go through all of these photos, but nice size bedrooms, really nice property. Let's see if we can get over here and see if we can see maybe the backyard. Okay, so they only have one picture of the backyard. Now let's see. This property it's a little bit smaller at 2,669 square feet, 1.5 stories. Looks like the HVAC system was updated in 2021 and the second one in 2016. So it had some of those updates already done. Now this house is priced, it's the most expensive one that we looked at today at $549,000. But it's just been on the market for 6 days. So, if you're interested in buying a property and you want to get in this South Lexington area, reach out to us. Give us a call, send us a text or an email. We'd be happy to help you get on a subscription list so that you could see houses like this one or like any of the ones that we've shown you today. So before we jump off today, I want to show you a treat. Now, every town kind of has their fancy, famous restaurant, and I really want to put a plug in for this restaurant here just inside of New Circle Road. It is Merrick Inn. It's country cooking, but not Cracker Barrel style. It is very high-end, delicious food. It's an old house, actually I'm thinking it was a hotel, but if someone knows, be sure to correct me. But we love to go here for special occasions. You have to call and make reservations. They're always full. I think they're closed on Sundays and Mondays, but they just have some of the best home style meals with an upscale taste to them and different flavor. But they do have outdoor dining here. Just wanted to show you some of these photos of this. Now look at this dining room. Isn't it beautiful just to go in and sit down and have a delicious dinner with family or friends? Delicious prime rib. So if you're in the Lexington area and maybe you come into town and you're just looking for maybe to spend the day in Lexington, you're thinking about moving into Lexington, be sure that you schedule yourself to get in here to the Merrick Inn because it is delicious. One of the other restaurants here just not far from Merrick Inn is OBC Kitchen. Let me see if I can open this up and give you a look at it. It's like an upscale steak and shrimp. They have lots of different fish, all kinds of food. See if I can make that bigger. It has this pub style, bourbon barrel style dining here. So beautiful place to eat, very close to Merrick Inn, just right here off of Tate's Creek. So if you're coming into Lexington and you're looking for some different places maybe to try out, either one of these restaurants would be fabulous for you to stop in and have a nice dinner or lunch at. So we've looked at these places. I wanted to also talk to you about a few of the other neighborhoods in this area, and I was going to read them to you. There are several subdivisions in this zip code that might be worth looking into. Stony Brook, Southland, Open Gates, Stonewall Estates, Indian Hills. I want to also touch on real quick just the market snapshot of this area. Now, median price homes in this area are about $410,000. So if you are looking for something in that maybe in the lower 200s, it might be difficult to find anything in this zip code. But if you're looking for properties, 400,000 and up, reach out to us. Let us get you on a subscription list so we can start sending you things as soon as they come on the market, because things don't stay on the market. Definitely things in that lower 400,000 range. So the property that we showed you is just under 400,000 today. If that type property is something you're interested in, be sure to reach out to us because it won't stay on the market too long. Now, before we end our video, we can't end it without going over a few of the pros and cons of living in this South Lexington zip code. So the first pro that I wanted to talk to you about was the access you have to Veterans Park. Lots of people from other areas of the city, they love to come over here and get to Veterans Park. It's a nice park, lots of baseball fields there, lots and lots of hiking and different places to walk, and a dog park. So if you're interested in that type thing, having access to that park is really the number one pro of living here. The second thing, and you could see it in some of our video that we showed about the neighborhoods, is the quiet suburban feel of being right in the heart of Lexington, but you're not right downtown. It's quiet. It's just lots of nice trees and landscaping, a beautiful place to live. The third pro of living in this zip code is the school systems here. So maybe Tate's Creek didn't have an A+ as some of our other schools have had, but they still do have a good rating, and the elementary school here at Veterans Park has a really good rating, and it's a very nice school in a very good subdivision area. The next thing is the strong resale value, and we've talked about that with some other areas that we looked at, maybe in different towns as well. You want to purchase a property that in a year or 2 or 5, and if you're ready to move to a different house, or maybe you get transferred, you need a property that you're going to be able to sell quickly. And properties in this zip code definitely have strong resale value. And just the fifth pro that I wanted to talk to you about was just the beautiful, clean neighborhoods that are here in this zip code. As we were driving through neighborhoods today, we just couldn't help but feel just the peace and quiet of Americana here in the south part of Lexington. But with all the pros, we're going to have some cons. So the very first con that we wanted to talk about kind of relates back to one of the pros. It's a fast-moving market, definitely in that lower 400 range in this zip code. So if you're trying to get into this area, you really need to move quickly. If you find a property that might work, you got to reach out to us quickly so we can get in there for you. The second one, and we did kind of touch on this, is the traffic. Traffic on Tate's Creek is burdensome, definitely from about 3:30 to 6 in the evening, and in the morning from about 7:15 to about 9 o'clock. It's heavily congested moving from Man o' War all the way into the city because you've got school starting at about that time, people trying to get in and out of work. That is definitely a big sore spot, is the traffic. The next thing, and really we haven't had a chance to talk about this, is the limited amount of big box stores, because really, all of our bigger stores are over on the Nicholasville Road area, or they're up in Hamburg over at the mall. So they're really in this zip code are not any big box stores. You won't find Target, you won't find Walmart, right in this area. So if you want something that's 2 or 3 minutes up the road, this might not be the area for you. One of the cons that was listed was smaller lots, and we did see that in some of those bigger neighborhoods, the lots were smaller. But that very first house that we looked at today, kind of out closer to the western side of Lexington, it did have a nice size lot. It was very well manicured and landscaped. So not all the lots, I would say, are small, and you probably, the newer the subdivision, the smaller the lot's going to be. That's going to be about anywhere you look. And really our last con is there are fewer restaurants in the zip code. So, if you're looking for something that's just right around the corner, you might not find as many restaurants here in this zip code as you might find, like over in Beaumont or over in Hamburg, or maybe even, right in the downtown area. But with suburban life, that kind of comes the trade-off of not having things, coffee shops and things within walking distance. But you know what? That also adds to the quietness of the area and the suburban life. So if you're thinking about moving into Lexington and you want parks and peace and quiet and proximity, 40515 is going to be a hard one to beat. It's a zip code that lots of buyers are calling in saying, hey, can you reach out and see if we can find a home in this area? So join our list. Let us put you on a subscription so you won't miss out on anything as it comes on the market. So, and be sure to like, subscribe, and tap the bell for notifications so you'll be the first to know about all the market changes in Lexington or Frankfort, Georgetown, Versailles, all over Central Kentucky. And until next time, I hope to see you around town.